Okay, so for week 2 of winter anime, the anime season does continue. A lot of these shows are still like very early, but we're learning a lot more about them. So yeah, very nice progressions. There's actually a lot of story progression in Solo Leveling. Apothecary Diaries continues to be consistent. Sakamoto Days has some action. And Orb, there's like this crazy betrayal. I'm so sad. So I'm gonna talk about some shows that I've been keeping up with this week. Some of them that like popped out. And yeah, also in anime news, there's a Licorice Recoil movie coming out. So it seems like in OVA form, there's like little shorts of like the characters' daily lives, which is like very sick. I need more Licorice Recoil. One of my most favorite anime of 2022. We don't have a season 2, but yeah, since it's an original show and had a lot of popularity, like there's gonna be more continuations. Anyway, let's get started. So starting with Solo Leveling this week, episode 3 of season 2 is kind of crazy because we see Jinwoo's dad. Like, what the hell? I did not expect this. He's very cool. He was trapped in a dungeon for 10 years. He was trapped in one of these portals. He comes out into America, so he was just like surviving and looking for an exit. He's just this huge brolic Giga Chad. No one can understand him because he speaks in Japanese. So I guess they're trying to ship him off to Japan. And yeah, when he dropped his name, like I was like, bro, like it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, there's like the power fantasy shit happening. Like Jin was super overpowered. Like he has a bear mount called Tank. So yeah, some MMO progression. He's literally Walmart brand Doom guy this episode because he has to slay 10,000 demons inside of like this hell tower. So that was where he fought the Cerberus last season. And then, yeah, the problem was he was very undergeared. But now, of course, he's very strong, has the shadow power. So it's kind of like Demon Realm is no problem for him. So he tries again. He has like some preparations this time. So he brings like a bunch of like box lunches. So this dude's just like eating noodles, killing monsters, climbing up this tower. There's apparently 100 levels. And then, yeah, he's just like rinse and repeating, killing, defeating the mid bosses, defeating the floor bosses. Just a level 50 boss. No problem for him. And he's eating some more noodles. So yeah, that's cool. Like, you know, good animation. And we see like he has like this bear that helps him navigate through the tower a bit more so he doesn't have to walk on his own. Also, after the Jinwoo scene, seeing him fight, we also see a shot of Hain. So she's like the hot blonde hunter. Okay. She's like swimming in this pool. And then there's like some close-ups of her ass. Okay. I just had to mention that. Anyway, Jinwoo keeps climbing the tower. So yeah, the level 50 boss he fights is kind of like this big chubby apocalyptic demon that kind of like moves really fast. Reminds me of like the asylum demon from Dark Souls. Anyway, Jinwoo just like punches him, stabs him, dodges his attacks, and kills him. And then he kind of like one-shots the floor 75 boss as well. So, you know, Jinwoo leveling up, getting stronger. Not that much to mention here, but his end goal is to kind of finish climbing the tower. He has 2 ingredients for this elixir of life, so he needs a 3rd one to save his mom. We'll see if he gets it. Also, yeah, Jinwoo's dad, that's the big juicy part. So yeah, he got rescued from this dungeon, and yeah, he was trapped in 10 years. He seems to know a lot more about the world, so maybe like we'll learn more if he tells us. Hopefully nothing bad happens to him. But basically he says that like the warp gates and, you know, fighting monsters and being hunters, that's not enough. Like the world is gonna end type shit. There's gonna be some apocalyptic event that's like involving the warp gates. So he's very vague about it, but it sounds like he's describing Jinwoo, where he's like, there's a super strong like enemy and he's gonna kill everybody and convert their bodies and use their power. Like Jinwoo literally did that last episode for Iron. So yeah, like hopefully Jinwoo doesn't turn evil. Maybe it's out of his control because he's just playing the game. Also after that, we see Hwang. So he was the guy that wanted to kill Jinwoo, that's Frank Hunter, because Jinwoo killed his brother. But yeah, he's interrogating Jinwoo's dad since I guess he's in America. He speaks English and Japanese. And then since he sees his name, he gets kind of mad because he wants revenge. So he starts fighting the dad. And he literally gets off screen. The dad literally just like destroys like the whole like city area. And it looks like he disappeared. So that's kind of nuts. He no-diffed this S-rank hunter. What is Jinwoo's dad on? So yeah, I'm asking more questions, but I love the story progression because we do need something to spice up the anime a bit. Just seeing Jinwoo kind of no-diff these enemies all the time isn't gonna do it for me. So a very good episode. And you know, solid animation for these fights. Like Jinwoo was literally taking Iron's shield. He kind of throws it at the demon like Captain America, bounces it, kind of jumps on him. So yeah, a lot of dynamic action. Anime looks very good, and yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next week. Okay, so for the guild receptionist, that solos any boss episode 2, very cute anime. I just wanted to mention it very quickly because, you know, I'm loving each episode. It's a bit repetitive, of course. The logic is kind of pushing the limits a bit because why doesn't this guild lady use her powers to be an adventurer to get more money? Because it seems like she's suffering working overtime because she's literally crying This anime did a good job kind of making you feel emotional, even though the premise is so funny. Like it's always such a small problem she's having, but they frame it as like it's the end of the world for her. Like her life is over. She's crying. She's missing all these events. We see Jade, who's the cool warrior that wants to recruit her. He keeps trying to bother her. He seems to be catching feelings for her as well, but she refuses. Nah, I can't convince her. She don't want to fight at all. Also, we get some of Alina's backstory where like she got this like kind of Dia skill. So these skills are kind of bestowed upon a special person that has like a really strong wish by the gods. So like Alina's wish was to never work overtime because she missed the festival. And then the gods heard her. They're like, okay, we'll let you become overpowered so you can defeat the bosses yourself. She seems to not really take the hint and become an adventurer. She's just using her skills to like defeat stuff that no one else can, so she doesn't have to do all this paperwork. So yeah, something funny happened where there's this dude that like kind of harasses the guild receptionist. So then Jade kind of fights him off, and then he wants revenge against Alina. He wants to genocide the whole city for some reason just to get revenge on her. Like that seems like such an escalation, bro. What the hell? So he uses his skill to control like this giant stone raid boss, and then it starts throwing rocks everywhere, and actually throws a rock at her house. He's like, bro, it's Jover. I'm gearing up. The executioner is back. She kind of like transforms, brings her hammer, just like solos the boss, cuts his arms off, and I thought she was going to kill the guy, but I guess she kind of knocks him out. And then, I mean, I have questions, because since this world has realistic type of jobs, surely there's like an insurance industry that'll like kind of, you know, rebuild her house. But yeah, it was funny. Jade kind of offered her to like stay with him, but then she's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just live in an inn. Even though she's super strong, her personal life is kind of suffering. Her and Jade do get closer though. He kind of helps her on the paperwork, and you know, it seems to be smooth sailing from here. But wait, more people are learning about Alina's power, because her boss, who's like this very strong adventurer, his skill is that he can kind of recreate scenes. So he's kind of using detective vision from Batman, and he can basically trace together where the executioner showed up in the city and just like look at her face. And then he deduces that's Alina. So bro, her secret is out. Every episode, just more people are learning about her. But I do like the pacing here where like we're not really in this cat and mouse game where she's hiding. People kind of know her skills, so now she's gonna probably use it to fight things. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen there. But yeah, really loving this anime. Has like a perfect mix of everything, you know, fantasy, action, cute girls, and solid comedy. Also after that, we have Sakamoto Days. So yeah, we have episode 3. We do have 2 episodes on American Netflix, but I'll just like talk about the 3rd episode. You can skip this section if you haven't seen episode 3. But basically, yeah, I've been loving the anime. I've seen a lot of complaints though. I've seen so many complaints under the sun at this point. I kind of list some of them here. I think most of them are a bit nitpicky, but yeah, now that it's airing, like everyone has something to say, everyone has something to nitpick. So some stuff like action is stiff. They use like kind of these white impact frames when people like throw punches to kind of like enhance the stiff action. The art style looks a bit old, like you're watching like a 2000s anime. There's like a film crane filter. People don't like the music. It's like generic My Hero Academia music because yeah, same music director. People don't like the pacing, and yeah, people are hating on the voice acting. Like these are all like valid complaints, but it does feel unnecessary because the anime is still like very decent. Like it's not like Jujutsu Kaisen level of action show, but like what we have here is like fine. So yeah, I think that's like the last I'll mention of the issues, because yeah, I don't want to like talk every week about Sakamoto Days about the issues, bro. We gotta talk about the fun John Wick action our dude is doing. So yeah, episode 2 was also like very decent. We saw Lou, and then there was like some emotional moments there. It's kind of crazy how emotional the story kind of gets, where, you know, it's like goofy assassins, but, you know, people are actually dying and getting killed, and they have sad backstories. So yeah, we saw like Lou's whole family died, and she's kind of like the heir to everything. She has like the key to the vault, and she doesn't really want to take the treasure for herself, so she decides to work with Sakamoto, even though she's kind of rich. So yeah, all 3 of them are breaking into convenience store. It's very funny. She's kind of laid back. Shin is like super strict, so they have like some bickering arguments together. And after that, we start off the episode with the fake Sakamoto coming in. So it's a new assassin, and then he kind of disguises as Sakamoto, so he has like a lot of like crazy powers. They seem to be part of the JAA. I think that's like the Japanese Assassin Alliance or something. I guess Japan's filled with assassins out here. This dude apparently can disguise as other people, and he's like good at lying. His name is Yoichi, and also he warns Sakamoto that there's assassins coming after him. There's a 1 billion yen bounty on his head. So Sakamoto's kind of surprised. He's like, bro, like I'm retired. Like who would gain anything from killing me? But yeah, he has to deal with this now. We see there's this funny like pizza man assassin coming in. It's just like pure comedy. This dude just like delivers a pizza, and then just this whole monologue but like pulling out the pizza cutters and trying to attack Sakamoto. It did not work. Also, yeah, it's best to kind of lay low while all these assassins are on him. But his daughter wants to go to Sugarland, the theme park, so they have to do it. She's so cute. She's so precious this episode. And yeah, like the problem is they're chilling in the amusement park. There's assassins here. So Sakamoto has to protect his day off with his family, while Shin and Lu kind of like take care of all those straggler assassins going after them. And also, as Shin was fighting some dude in a roller coaster, it was kind of crazy. It was like jumping all around. They land in this like kind of kids action show where he dresses up as the bunny mascot, and then since Shin can read minds, he's poisoned so he can't see, but he can read minds. So Sakamoto's like telling him the moves to do. Like, I think the early game of Sakamoto Days so far in this anime has delivered, 3 episodes. We meet the main cast, and this first arc seems to be like a lot of battles with the JAA. We'll see as more like high stakes episodes comes in, like what animation they do have, because yeah, that's what most of the people are looking for. So for the Apothecary Diaries season 2 episode 2, I love the episode, Mammo's uncovering a lot of things. Sometimes it's like coincidences, but she's pretty sharp. Hey, there's like a lot of like dangerous things that might happen. So basically there's like this kind of caravan traveling merchant coming in into the rear palace, so that's like kind of insane because they don't really have access to shopping. They're pretty much trapped here. So yeah, now everyone can buy like fancy clothing. All the ladies in waiting are preparing to get new clothes, and then they can have some time off and hang out. Mama kind of analyzes this. She realizes that the rear palace is actually like very well designed, where they have like actual like sewage and stuff, so it's easy to be like clean and sanitary. She does see that there are some problems here where there's like scented oils coming in, and then one of them is like rose water, which might be an issue because roses can like affect pregnancies. There's like jasmine tea, there's poppy seeds. So it's not like a big deal on its own in small doses, but the fact that everything is here together, sold specifically in this caravan, might make it like something to be investigated. Because yeah, Gyokyo is also pregnant. So yeah, we don't want anything bad to happen to her. And it looks like Lifa, the blue-haired concubine, might also be pregnant. So yeah, we kind of have to be careful there. Like nothing concrete, we're just like kind of setting up the plot so far. But yeah, there's like this poison plot line happening that might play a role in the future. And then yeah, we end the episode with a mid-ranking concubine dying, Lady Jin, and then she died of poison. It looks like someone's poisoning the tea. The plot thickens, and we'll see what's gonna happen next week. Okay, so for Orb episode 17, we finally meet the new character here. Their name is Draka, and why do I say there? Because it looked like it was a boy. It's actually a girl. But it's kind of interesting to see her like live in this village. Basically, they're part of like this nomadic tribe, and they kind of travel around, kind of scavenge stuff from abandoned villages, kind of repurpose materials to make new clothes, stuff like that. And it's kind of like a self-sufficient village. Everyone kind of works and gets paid equally. And then Draka kind of has like a lot of thoughts, because she's like, okay, what if we kind of make it on a merit system? Whoever does the most work gets the most money. But then the village leader is like, well, okay, like you have a lot of good ideas, capitalism is based, I guess. But the problem is it might cause like rifts. Like the best thing we have is community. So if you introduce competition, it might have a negative effect. People might like fight each other. So there's like a lot of discussion on how to run the village. We see Draka has a lot of like savings as well because her dad died. And then in order to kind of cope with this, she kind of stopped believing in God and started believing in money. She's like, if I have enough money, I'll be able to save myself. So she's like collecting more money. That's like her life goal, I guess. So yeah, one day the village elder, he's kind of chilling in this abandoned village. And that's when the bishop and some of like the church's forces kind of find him. And that's when all the other heretics were also here, kind of like depositing the book in the same village. So then he got caught like at the wrong place at the wrong time. He wasn't really doing anything wrong, but I guess he was smuggling alcohol. So yeah, they were gonna arrest him, but then he offers Draka. He's like, I'll give you a girl to leave me alone. What a scumbag, bro. He was like her father figure kind of, and now he's like selling her out. So yeah, it looks like people will do anything for survival out here. And then at the end of this episode, he kind of lures Draka into the village, and then she does come across the book that Oxy wrote, and she's like, wait, this is kind of cool, like heliocentrism. This book is kind of spitting. So what if I like print this book and mass produce it and spread it around? So yeah, Draka's doing some thinking. She's like assuming, oh, maybe this book is already kind of popular. Maybe my idea won't work. But like it is a good book. So she kind of keeps it. It might change her life. But yeah, she kind of like exits the building where she got the book from. The bishop comes in. The village elder comes in, and a lot of the other church's forces are about to kidnap her. Maybe sell her to slavery or use her. I don't want to think about it, but yeah, we end the episode there on a cliffhanger with Draka being sold out. I just felt so angry there. Like, come on, Draka, you can do it. Run away. Or maybe the heretics will kind of save her because they're also like looking for the book. And yeah, big cliffhanger. We'll see what's going to happen next week as Draka kind of like inherits the book for the future. Okay, so for Blue Box episode 15, the story's kind of crazy. So there's actually some progressions here. If you haven't seen episode 14, I think that was one of the best episodes of this anime so far because it has the Chinatsu failing the competition. She was not clutch. She bricked her shot. And Hina was out here kind of shooting her shot. She admitted to Taiki that she liked him. She placed third in the nationals. So everything's looking good for her. But yeah, I mean, she still has to wait for Taiki because he's in love with Chinatsu. That love triangle is so sad. So yeah, I mean, he still has eyes for Chinatsu, but she's also in a bad place and she lost the competition for her team. All the other third years are kind of like dropping the team now because they have to focus on studying and graduation. So Chinatsu's like the team captain, it seems like, but she doesn't really have the attitude to be the captain. She's very meek. So she's trying to balance all of this, like be better at basketball, make clutch shots, train to be the best, and also like become a good leader. Like it's a lot of pressure for her. She's like a cute, absent-minded character, so when she actually has to lock in, it might be pretty hard. But also it is Chinatsu's birthday today. So yeah, she has like a cool party with all her friends. It kind of like takes her mind off things, and then Taiki also like comes across her while they're walking home. So Chinatsu's still a bit sad, so Taiki takes her to the beach. They're kind of like having fun, letting loose, hang out in the water, and also Taiki gives her a cake. And then yeah, Chinatsu celebrates her 17th birthday. Taiki is 15. They're about to like eat the cake, and then there's a problem. There's like a typhoon coming in. So yeah, all the trains are shut down. They have to hang out at an inn overnight. So yeah, this is how the anime kind of makes the slow progression faster. Just have so many tropes coming in. Okay, we live together. Now we're gonna have a surprise birthday in sleepover. Taiki kind of lies to the parents that they're like with other people, and now they kind of sleep in the same room. It's still like very cute, and then they do have like a conversation, like a well-needed one, to kind of clear the air. Where Taiki kind of apologizes for lying to her about like going to the fireworks festival with Hina like as a date. And she's like, oh no, it's totally fine, I get it. And then Chinatsu herself apologizes for like setting up this like weird boundary where they're just like strangers to each other. They don't like show emotion to each other even though they live in the same house. So yeah, Chinatsu kind of breaks that boundary down because it makes things kind of awkward. So now it's like more natural. They kind of reset the relationship. And you know, it's very cute. So yeah, we'll see what move she does to get like kind of closer to the anime because yeah, you have to compete with Hina. Chinatsu has to be aggressive, but you know, the plot is saving her. So yeah, the story is kind of like forcing these like kind of canon events to make them closer. So yeah, they hang out at the inn together. They sleep there overnight. Taiki doesn't want to sleep next to her, so he sleeps on a chair. And then Chinatsu wakes up and stares at him. And yeah, that's it for this episode. Very cute. We'll see what's gonna happen. But you know, the second half in Blue Box is starting very well. Also, we have Zenshu episode 3. So yeah, this isekai story continues. We're still like in this universe. I thought maybe we'd be universe hopping, but Natsuko's pretty much trapped in this tale of perishing story. It's pretty much like a depressing version of Dragon Quest. She's saving people. They throw another festival because the unicorn dude was supposed to die here, but then Natsuko saved him. She drew like the missile launching attack thing. So yeah, now they're chilling. The next planned attack will be in like a month when it's gonna start raining. So that's the information Natsuko has. Although we do realize that since the timeline is like slowly shifting, other events might not like happen in the same order that she remembers. Because tonight the voids are attacking again. So yeah, while they're happy partying, Natsuko has like this actual like purple dress and her hair is tied back. Now she was trying to like enjoy things here, but yeah, stuff is changing. And now yeah, she has some concerns. One is there's this new character called Destiny, who's like this hot busty heroine girl. She's like dressed very provocatively, has pink hair, and she's also very clumsy. So yeah, the hero has like a relationship with her, but she causes a lot of negative stuff to happen indirectly by her just like being so clumsy. So yeah, Natsuko is a bit wary, and then yeah, we see the voids are attacking. There's like this new red big monster here. The hero's kind of drunk, so yeah, Destiny got him drunk accidentally. So yeah, Natsuko draws Tiger Mask. So yeah, this big kind of luchador fighter just like punching him. It was very funny. So yeah, the drawing scenes every week are pretty much the highlight. So yeah, the characters are being set up. Natsuko defeats another void, and then yeah, we see like the elf girl might be a little suspicious. Natsuko's kind of eyeing her at the end of this episode. But yeah, more characters are here. Natsuko's kind of saving this world, hopefully. Maybe some stuff might go wrong in the future, so hopefully no one dies. But yeah, we just gotta see. We also have the 100 Girlfriends season 2 episode 2 this week. I mean, very quickly, not much to talk about. A lot of jokes here as there's like this food eating competition. So yeah, a new girl kind of joins the harem in the first episode, and now Rentaro is trying to like help her be happy because yeah, her archetype is that she's hungry. And then when she doesn't have food, she's very grumpy. She hates people. So yeah, Rentro's trying to like get her to like ease in to the group. So yeah, there's this like eating competition, and then the winner gets like this like rare ass gelato, and you can have 7 people groups to compete. So yeah, Kurumi's eating every round, but then everyone else is kind of taking turns to help her. There's different types of foods. There's rice, sushi, ramen, sweets, bubble tea. But yeah, the problem is everyone's like getting bloated, slowing down. Kurumi is still like kind of holding it down though. And there's like a lot of like funny moments, like don't take it seriously. They do win at the end. They're like working together to, you know, get the gelato. They do it. And, you know, Kurumi joins the harem. They get to kiss as well. So yeah, kind of romantic moment there. And new member of the harem, Hungry Girl acquired. We'll probably see way more characters too as the story kind of continues. But yeah, decent comedy. Not that much to say, just like, you know, a fun anime to watch every week. Also, we have Momentary Lily episode 3. This was kind of a sad episode. The episode 2, Yuri died. Oh my god, she was like the leader of the team. So now we have to kind of cope with her death. Yeah, she got like lasered by one of the wild hunts. All the girls don't really know what to do, but they're kind of like staying strong. They're reminiscing on how they like met each other back in the days. So yeah, all the girls were kind of running for survival, but then Yuri was kind of teaming up with Ayame, and then they kind of recruited everyone else. They're working together, and yeah, our squad is here. So yeah, Lily unfortunately died, so she was the glue holding everything together. So I guess Ayame is like the new leader for now. I'm not sure like where things are gonna go, but yeah, we're not gonna hear her say don 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 anymore. And also I guess the other girl, Renge, she's gonna keep cooking food. So I kind of like her character, you know, 3 minutes every episode just like making something, and they eat some Japanese food to like kind of tribute to Yuri. And it looks like Renge also takes Lily's weapon and combines it with hers, and now it's like this giant flying pink electric guitar. Is she Bochi the Rock? I don't know, but okay, she's getting stronger. I'm not sure where the anime will go, but you know, crazy story. Even though people are dying, we still gotta move on, and I guess these cute girls will continue fighting the wild hunt. Okay, so for Tasokare Hotel episode 3, damn, it's such a crazy like detective anime. I like the main character, like her name is Neko, and then she's just like solving all these cases. It's pretty sick. So there's like a new character coming into the hotel, checking in. He has like a flower on his face, and he seems to be a detective. So Neko kind of like asks some questions, investigates his room. She sees there's like a detective outfit on him. There's also a book with a lot of girls and evidence and stuff. So it looks like it would be right for him to have this since he's solving all these cases. But then Neko actually pieces together that he's actually the murderer. So she kind of like calls him out on it. He gets a bit angry, but then she explains her reasoning. And then we realize that he was about to murder another girl, but then he kind of tripped and fell when it was raining and got impaled by a spike on a gate. That's how he died. Very funny coincidence. And he kind of like threatens to murder like the maid in the hotel. But then they explain that if you kill someone in the hotel, you're going to go to hell. And then also your memories of the hotel don't really stay once you like go back into the real world. But I thought this plotline was so funny. Funny to see Neko kind of solve this mystery. So yeah, you know, if you're not watching Twilight Hotel, it's definitely a cute mystery show with our main character Neko kind of like being smart and helping these people. Okay, so for Dr. Stone Science Future episode 2, still more adventures on the boat. So yeah, this whole episode was boat continuation. Everyone kind of getting drunk, partying. So yeah, there's like a lot of like funny science moments here, which is like Francois like making a lot of drinks for everyone, combining different like sugar syrups for Senku because he doesn't drink, and giving Suika some like kind of sweet milk drink as well. So they're really cooking in the show, you know, a lot of like fun slice of life moments. Also after that, the characters are kind of gearing up to fight. We see Tsukasa's there. They wake up all the other people, the spear guy. There's Maz, like the huge scumbag. I can't believe they woke him up, but I guess since Tsukasa is here, he'll control everybody. But yeah, since all the characters are here, we see them explain more science stuff. There's like GPS on this boat to kind of like properly guide them. It's like linked to like the base in Japan where they like send pings to each other, and then they use like the time and the position of the sun to kind of like tell like what direction they're going. And also after that, on this episode, time skip, they see a giant glacier, so I guess that's like the Alaska area. And then after that, they see America. I guess California they're pulling up on, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen there. But a chill, entertaining episode, kind of progresses the plot. More characters are getting woken up. And a lot of fun moments with them drinking like all these like cool drinks. Also after that, we have Flower and Asura episode 2. The Broadcasting Club adventures continue. Very cute anime. So yeah, the first years are kind of grouped together. There's like 6 of them. And then there's like some rivalries there, but they're just like training, talking to each other, kind of like testing their skills and preparing for like the Broadcasting Club competition. We see our main character Hana. She's like super strong. Her voice is very intoxicating, just like invents domains as she talks. Everyone can't really compare against her, even though she's like a first year with no experience. She's just very talented and like shows everyone her skills. She's still very shy, but yeah, her skill is still here. So yeah, I'd love to see her grow as the anime continues. But yeah, another cute episode. Also, I'll talk about some other shows very quickly. We have Sorairo Utility. Yeah, the golf anime, it's very cute. So we have 3 episodes. We see a new character here. So she's kind of like an Instagram model golfer. She wears like cute golf outfits and wants to inspire more girls to like kind of join in golf. And yeah, her name is Ayaka. So yeah, another girl here. They kind of have like a friendly competition to see like who shoots the golf ball closer to like this flag target. And yeah, Minami kind of struggles, so she gets a utility club. So yeah, Haruka kind of gives it to her. She's very smart, so she like recommends everything perfectly. And then yeah, you know, name the anime utility. I guess she's gonna use it. It kind of looks like the driver, but it's like a giant golf club to like kind of really hit that shit. But it looks like the utility is kind of like a mid-range one where you don't have to use that much force, but it'll carry it like properly. So yeah, we'll see if she kind of uses that utility. Maybe it's like her one trick. But you know, cute girls golfing, like their friendship kind of goes strong. And then after the golfing, they kind of go to a modeling gig with Ayaka. And yeah, they're just like, you know, wearing clothes together. We see Minami's kind of like insecure. She's like, oh wow, these girls are strong, beautiful, perfect. Do I belong here? But yeah, they're just doing the modeling together, taking pictures, hanging out, having fun. And yeah, their bond gets stronger. You know, more girls just like golfing, very chill show. Also, we have Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You. So episode 2, we have the purple haired dude like putting the moves on our main girl Mizuho. All the other guys kind of like catch this, and maybe there's gonna be more drama. There's like a big like summer event happening. Everyone's like chilling. We see, yeah, this is a COVID anime, by the way. So they're literally like living during a pandemic. So a lot of like events, festivals, school clubs are canceled. But yeah, interesting drama in this anime so far. You know, I still don't know where it's going. But yeah, we'll just like probably explore more of these boys. The purple hair dude seems to be a bit too attached. I don't know if Mizuho's gonna reject his ass, but yeah, we'll see. And also we have Honey Lemon Soda episode 2. I didn't really like this episode. I'm thinking of dropping this anime, but I'll keep watching a bit. There was like this kind of weird ass plot line where like the bullies that she like sprayed lemon soda on, they called for reinforcements, and then they're basically jumping Ishimori in school. I'm like, bro, isn't this such an escalation? Where are the fucking teachers? Like they literally locked the door and they were gonna like jump her and then the other dude, but then he shows up, throws a table at them. It just felt so weird. But you know, more of the same stuff. So Ishimori's kind of getting motivation. She's still very quiet, but then Kai kind of says that you're not a rock, you're a gemstone. I'm gonna make you shine. I'm gonna hang out with you. I'm gonna help you. And then yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen there, but you know, it's still wholesome, you know, wholesome progression. But yeah, if there's more kind of weird story moments that kind of unnaturally progress the plot, it's gonna be a turn off for me. And that's it for the shows this week. Thank you for watching. Action shows are good stories, good mystery type of shows as well. And yeah, the anime season's very fun, a lot of like unique stories as well. So yeah, we definitely got to see what's gonna happen. Gonna keep up with more shows. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Peace.